And we should be live, so hello everybody and welcome to yet another race. This time it's GT, Liberty City Stories, any percent AGS. Today I'm your host once again. Hope you're not tired of me, but I have a very special guest who's gonna co-commentate this run. Hello, Nick.
Hi.
Great introduction. Alright.
What do you expect from me? Do you want me to tell some stories or what?
Yeah, just can you put some code in chat maybe so we can have another copy pasta for the run, alright?
No, I joined the commentary team so that I don't need to chat anymore.
Oh, I see. Anyway, runners, do you have anything to say before we start? Wolf, Redlof, hello.
I was just here like an hour and a half ago.
Okay, yeah, true.
Did my introduction then.
Well, then I guess we're good to go. So whenever you are there any race time races? No? No, not this time, okay.
Also, we could be using save states, potentially, later in the run, because guess what, it's AGS.
Don't worry, we'll just ask them to close their eyes, so nobody.
Nothing to worry. Half of the runs already in this marathon has been using the save state, so nothing new there.
LCS Hundo, Redlof. Well.
Are you both ready?
Yes, so.
Yeah.
So, someone wants to count us in.
Yeah, Nick, do the favor.
Well, let's start. I have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, have fun.
Yeah, we'll try.
Alright, this is...
doing, sorry.
Yeah, don't worry. I mean, this is AGS, nothing to explain, to be fair. Not in the first half, at least.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone knows how that works.
Yeah, true.
The first half is basically just no AJS. Like your normal, non-craziness, like essentially duplex run. We should have had a bet whether both of us were going to make both of these bailouts. It's the real hardest part of the run.
Ooh, Redlof got one, and you got one too. Let's go. Make sure to not touch your car, so it doesn't respawn on the street, because it likes to fall through the ground if it moves. Okay, no fancy teleportations, I think, for any of the places. Let's go, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the first half of the run is literally the same as in no AGS, and that's coming later, right? Well, not today, I mean in general. Am I remembering
There's no
that?
AJS coming?
Oh,
I didn't.
wait. Or what happened to it? There was a run.
What happened?
Oh, no, it is. It is on Sunday, yeah. I remember. Okay, cool. Whew. I was scared for a second because I didn't see it in the schedule, but then I found it. So yeah, basically completing the storyline as quickly as possible because our runners need to reach a certain mission for the Giga Trick. The whole...
Giga Trick.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you call it?
A Pepega trick.
Pepega trick. Oh,
yeah,
this is not Vice City.
Oh, this is LCS Pepega, so I think it's fitting.
Okay. We should also put new into the strat name, as always. New Pepega AGS trick. Okay. Now we're talking.
Yeah, this strat's really new. It was found by Wolfbloxer himself.
No. It was found by Powden. Don't worry. Powden just sent me.
Let's not talk about how, what was the circumstances of it being found. That's the history has forgotten that.
Okay, sure. What are we gonna talk about then, Nick?
I don't know.
Tea again?
We're here to commentate in the race and laugh at how people are falling off the bikes, so I mean...
Oh.
Certainly not explaining anything, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
go for PCJ snuff if I can get one.
Wait, hold on. Did you notice that, gamers? Redlof got the Molotov of the hobo right here, but Wolf skipped it. Why is that? Oh no. Maybe he forgot it? Does he need to go back? Ooh, we will see later. But remember this. Remember this for now. This is very important. Ooh, interesting round, Redlof. Literally jumping. Is this the Nick Double 7G? Yes, it is.
No, it's my clone.
Clone. Okay. Well, we might start explaining the fancy stuff because it usually takes time.
Take a while.
Yeah. Do we start with the first Instapass? Post-select
Yeah,
Instapass?
yeah, go for that. I mean, you probably should explain how all missions or rampages work in this game.
It just works somehow, by a miracle. That's the best explanation you can get. So, what about select Instapass, Nick? Tell me more.
The hell do I know?
A great explanation. Moving on, AGS. What is that?
This is some interesting trick that lets you pass this game in like 30 minutes. Right?
30? It's like 14, brother.
Well, we have an estimate of 30, so let's not kid the viewers, right? Well, they'll see like 15 minutes and no. Why the estimate is 35 minutes then, right?
Right. Okay, so this is LCS any percent for you. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of the run while we'll be silently sitting here.
The Instapass is, you know the Instapass is from the other GTA games. There is nothing different here, pretty much. Well, there are some differences, but...
Yeah, there is.
Well, maybe a little bit.
Wrong order. Wrong order. So, I guess I'll take the all missions or rampages. They're kind of different from... well, they're not necessarily different from the other games. Excluding San Andreas, because, you know, phone calls. Hello, taxi. So essentially, you can do like the classic console-style way, like on VC, and where you pick up a rampage, wait for it to run out, then start pick it up up again, and then start like vigilante or something while the other one's starting. That's one way to do it.
Yeah, it's the only consistent way to do it. Known so far, but it's slow.
Right. So instead, we do, oh gosh, like it's frame perfect, 1 in 6 chance, and then it only works sometimes.
Is it really that bad?
I think
not
that's what
sure.
Andrew said in my chat one day, but
I'm not sure if like this is that inconsistent. Pretty sure that like if it was actually frame perfect, then it wouldn't be possible on certain script order. Like if you got the reverse one, it would never work in this case. So it has to be like at least something more than 1 in 6. I'm pretty sure.
Does
But
the
yeah,
script order change in LCS?
Does it not? Ah, it
I'm
may
not
not.
sure.
I'm also
Yeah.
not sure,
monkey
but
argument.
you may be right there. But I wouldn't really believe it's like 1 frame perfect. Nah,
Should
don't
be
believe
more
that.
than that.
Yeah, I mean, if it was 1 frame perfect, like you would
and
pretty
1 in
much
6
never
you would
get
never
it.
get it, yeah.
Yeah, like no way.
Let's just say it is rare to get it.
Yes,
Sometimes
rare,
you
it's
can
just-
get unlucky too, but not as rare as was explained a bit earlier.
I just warped out of the Ellenbach, a very rare vehicle, there. I'm going to do the same thing after the mission with a different vehicle.
You get it or you don't, so yeah, it's just 50-50, see?
Alright, we should have had another prediction thing here. Am I gonna have to get an extra grill or not?
Nice work, Tom.
Wait, no way you are gonna need a new girl, like an extra one. Surely you're
I've had
better
it
than that.
so... Oh no, sometimes they just don't have enough money.
But it means they don't have enough money, you need to wait for long enough for them to have enough money. If you are too quick, you don't get enough money.
Oh, that's how it works? I thought it was a
Yeah,
Oh.
for every second you wait, it's like $7 extra. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't speedrun
Yes,
this
I
game.
don't remember if it's $7, but yeah, there is a certain threshold after which, like, basically you don't need an extra dose. If you count seconds precisely, you get the amount you need.
Yeah,
It's
it is $7.
26 seconds.
Yeah, you need 20
Alright.
to wait for 26 seconds since, like, after triggering the marker, basically.
We're good.
But if you are waiting for way too long, then, well, you don't get anything because the girl just finishes and moves on with her life, I guess.
Here's
Oh.
an actually 60 seconds mission.
Yeah, you can do it even faster than in 60 seconds. Sometimes you get a rare meme when you start the mission and it instantly fails because Salvatore gets busted, but luckily nobody got it.
Slot
The
zero
infamous slot zero meme. We might see it during the no AGS race in a few missions. Move on
What
with
other
her.
missions can it happen on?
Well, the infamous soft lock on taking the piece is a slot zero meme.
I haven't seen that yet. Oh joy.
Ooh, you
There
are
is a
very
classic
lucky.
at this video, like it's such. I can't believe it's like having a couple hundred views because it's absolutely spectacular, and I share it with everyone whenever I can. It's one of the best GTA stuff I can guarantee it.
Share it now. Oh no. We are getting closer and
No.
closer to instapasses. We haven't explained anything yet, apart
Well,
from
the
you
instapasses
better
are pretty
start.
easy. Like
Yeah, okay, yeah.
the difference, well, like LCS stuff from the rest of well, it's somewhat comparable to San Andreas, but it's rather different from 3 and Vice City in terms of the instapass that you're going to see. Like the way it works, LC like probably some of those somewhat familiar with how scripts work in GTA games. There are global variables and local variables. Liberty Stories for memory saving purposes, like employs global variables that are fake global variables actually. Hilarious, we actually know that the developers actually named them themselves like that, and they're like actually true and fake global variables, which is kind of funny. But yeah, the thing is, it sort of works like in San Andreas, where there are local variables that are pretty much unique for the missions, and in Liberty Stories it's defined that there are certain global variables that are only used actually in the missions, so that not really global. It just happens so that they were easier for the developers to be defined like that. So it's a non-interesting explanation anyway. So the thing is, when you start a mission in LCS, this fake global variables are actually set to 0. They're all reset, so that they don't need to do that manually, because that's like it's a useful thing to do generally, and you can be certain that all the variables are at 0. So essentially, what is being done here? There is a mission, Host Select, right? I think that's what
Yeah.
it's called, and the task that you basically need is to get a number of girls left to be delivered to 0, and essentially there is a variable to do that. So pretty much by starting, well, a lot of missions that don't crash the game would actually instapass that mission. So like, why that works is actually because there is a few a few frames before the next mission is loaded, before the previous one is killed, so it resets the variables and then loads the mission script. So it first sets the number of girls to 0, and like pretty much it passes, and well, this is working roughly like that. In terms of like why exactly that instapass works, it's a little bit different from the usual ones. So we already see some unfortunate failures with getting on mission 0, which is expected.
Yeah, what we
And
completely missed was the Molotov strat. Remember when I said that Redlof picked up a Molotov of the hobo? Well, it was used to spawn a fire truck. Redlof uses his Molotov to kill a few people, or rather set them on fire, and the fire truck spawned. And unfortunately he didn't get fast on mission 0, didn't get it the second time, and well, this time he didn't even get a fire truck, because, well, he was too fast, I guess, for the game to load it. Wolf is just trying to get on mission 0 too, so as you can see it's anyone's game. This is the first like giga random moment, and well, the very end of the run is also, I shouldn't say random, but it is very luck based. It's very precise on timing. So we'll see.
It's just random, just leave it at that. Don't blame it on our skill.
Yeah. Nebnoop, I think if you start a mission that is shorter than whole select, it might also work, right?
Yeah, it
Because
doesn't
wouldn't
matter
override.
actually. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
and if it doesn't crash, then it really doesn't matter because it would just reset the variables. That's pretty much all
Yeah.
that's needed. It just needs not to crash after that. That's the only thing that's needed. Like in GTA 5 terms, it's actually easy. You'll call Lester and say please instapass, and it instapasses. So that's GTA 5 terms.
Okay. Finally, we have our first successful mission 0 on Redlof's side. Now he's completing the rampage by starting and canceling Firefighter.
I just
He's
can't
gonna
get it.
go up to 6,
Please.
and then he's gonna start the mission, destroy, I guess, the fire truck to finish the rampage and, well, go on mission 0 again. Oh, look at Redlof, he's not doing the set yourself on fire strat to damage the fire truck. Alright, interesting.
Oh yeah, well, goes to show that I don't do this route at all.
Yeah, so there is like a little strat for the old or a bit slower route. When you set yourself on fire and get in the vehicle, then you get out and, well, it damages the fire truck very much. So when you start the mission, you just need 1 or 2 more mollies to basically finish it off. And
Motherfucking
yeah, the
backup
second fire
arrived.
truck always spawns here.
Damn it.
Just give me on mission 0.
Yeah.
I think the world record already passed everything by now, but well,
Yeah. Long ago.
nobody really expected it to be world record run, considering like how you get on mission 0 here. So
Yeah, and then AGS itself too.
I might just have to do consistent on mission 0.
So right now, Redlof is on host selector, but he's also on mission 0, meaning that he can start other missions too. He's going to start Vincenzo's mission because we know it doesn't crash the game, and that is going to instapass host selector, just like Nick explained a few moments earlier. The mission is called Smash and Grab.
Screw it. I'm doing consistent on mission 0. I can't take this anymore.
Alright, yeah, that's a decent choice. Just don't do it with a fire truck, it's not gonna work.
I can hold it through the rampage.
Well, if you want to, alright. I would personally go for like a taxi or a cop car, I guess.
That removes your Molotov, no?
Street crime is on the retreat
Not
from today.
sure. I'm not sure you might be right.
So
Alright.
you have to do this on foot for it to give you your Molotov.
I think it's 30k Nebnoop.
I think it's
No,
25.
for sure.
I think it's
25?
25,000 bytes, if I remember correctly. Pretty much. Well, I think it's.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yes, that's obviously much more than even the biggest mission. I'm not really sure. Like, it was probably done because it didn't really matter how much you load in terms of performance, and well, they could only save a little bit of memory for that, but I guess it wasn't that important.
Where the hell did
where-
this
And
guy come
LCS, like, because like PSP's performance is close to a toaster, so they probably need to do much more and find more space.
Redlof is about to do the trick. So right now he's on Vigilante, and the timer is actually very important, the Vigilante timer, because we use it as a reference. He's gonna wait until a specific moment, and then he's going to start the next mission, Frighteners. Well, first of all, he needs to wait for the Rampage timer to run out. And if he timed everything perfectly, we should see the credits. The longer you wait, the further in script you jump. So you can jump to other missions too if you wait less, for example.
Well, you can't run 2 other missions. You can run to code launching them.
Oh yeah.
Something like
So
that.
the code that unlocks them. Yeah. You can also jump to a debug menu and get the mission unlocker for yourself.
There's
Which
been a
is
few
very-
instances where I've managed to warp to the save menu.
Save menu, nice. I remember warping to the, I think, model switcher or something. Let's see if Redlof got it. Oh, this is not looking good, I think. Is it gonna work?
Time is on the retreat
No,
from today.
I don't
With
think.
the escape
So
prime
sometimes
on the
it doesn't
retreat
trigger
from
right
today.
away and you
With
have
the
to
escape
run to the road to spawn
Angel
vehicles.
chapter in our
I'm not
crime
sure why.
magazine.
Padden should know the reason. Because he was the one who said that.
This guy
Just
again.
gotta hook onto a
Where is he
car in the
appearing from?
credits.
What the fuck?
What? Agents? Agents on Redlof stream?
I mean, it happened the first time, but like now I loaded, I see that there's nobody. I start the thing and he appears and tries to jack me. And he like kinda slows down my car entirely. Forcing me to get into it again. What the fuck is that?
That's speedrun police trying to bust you for using save states.
Yeah, exactly. For cheating with save states.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
probably
as
gonna
you can
save
see-
state like right before I do the AJS.
It's actually not the best idea because I'm pretty sure you can be on a bad cycle where none of the values actually work, no matter how long you try. So I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I guess there needs to be a little bit more in-depth explanation of what the hell is actually going on, like why
Do it.
Vigilante is working, like what's going on, and like basically the idea is that, well, as usual, this is actually closer to Instapaths in other GTA games in a way. So you pretty much just start another mission during another, and pretty much you start that mission. The code of the previous mission actually continues from its middle, something like that. But the code has been replaced basically by the new mission script. So this is much closer to how it's in the other games. But these consequences are quite unique. This is like I wouldn't go into much technicalities. Why it's much more likely in Liberty Stories, and we get a fantastic blue screen.
Blue screen, yeah, that means
Yes.
that the game crashed.
Yes, and basically, it just happens so that in Liberty Stories, it's much more likely to be able to execute a command that goes to a given address in script that is defined by that address is defined by the timer. This is because actually in Liberty Stories, again, for mostly for to save memory, some commands are actually specifically made shorter, so that like in other games they didn't actually care too much about the size of script commands, but actually made them shorter, and this makes it more likely that you can accidentally hit a command that is not even doesn't even exist in original code, that actually changes the current script instruction to what is currently in the timer value. And by using vigilante timer, you can actually, yeah, basically if you start um, if you start the mission during vigilante, basically you execute that particular command that was kind of unintended, and the timer value is exactly the timer that is left from vigilante. And it has been calculated that if the timer is roughly 3 minutes 25 seconds, I believe, you can actually jump to the command that runs the credits, pretty much like final cutscene, I think, and I
The
think
intended
it's
one, yeah.
yeah. The important thing is like it's intended actually. Probably why it's a little bit different, for example, from GTA 3, where it's technically possible to run credits. Run credits. It's not actually intended. It's just a command that runs the script. In Liberty Stories, it's actually the intended way. Like you basically like fully unlock the script. Another blue screen, but well, what do you expect? So yeah, pretty much the idea is like that. So when you start Vigilante, the unintended command runs that changes the script current script instruction basically to the subroutine that actually is responsible for showing credits and final stuff. So it's like for those familiar, something like Super Mario 3 warp to like the final cutscene, something like that, which is kind of like how it why it has been allowed, unlike like unintended credits in GTA 3, for example. Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
I've seen... Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so we pretty much now wait until someone gets lucky with the value, because obviously I say that 3 minutes 25 seconds, but it's obviously needed to be down to millisecond perfect for obvious reasons, because if you like are a few bytes away, a few milliseconds away, you're actually a few bytes away, and it may not be actually intended command, so you can easily crash the game. So you need to be
Ooh, that
kind of
was
lucky
early.
there.
Oof.
Yeah, I've seen like a lot of people in the chat be like, "Oh, lol, he crashed the game. What the frog, Redlof? What are you doing?" This is not as easy as you think. I think it is easier
Yes.
than SSUs in Vice City and potentially
Oh,
even
it's
AGS
by
in San
far.
Andreas, but it is
By far.
still
Yes,
very
Vice City.
like
Vice City is very, very like the window is very, very short. Like it's 200 milliseconds pretty much, and that's like very small snippet of code that actually runs the final mission. And like, well, you need to be very, very lucky. In Liberty Stories, I think like the range is bigger, obviously.
Done.
Like the density of the good milliseconds.
It's
Yeah.
time, by the way.
Yes, time. GG for Redlof. Yes, this is
Oh.
how amazingly it works. You start the mission and you get the credits, and you are the winner of Liberty Stories. Well, as usually, Liberty Stories is the winner of you, but well, pretend not to notice that.
Give me a minute. I can do it. Don't worry.
You still have 6 minutes, don't worry.
I still want to finish my
6 minutes?
Yeah, it's 10 more like.
Oh wait, it's 35 even. What? I thought it was
Yes,
30.
yes.
Yeah.
Redlof
Okay, ah,
beating.
I can keep trying.
Yeah.
Keep trying.
So to be fair, it was anyone's race, considering how
Yes.
random and luck-based this is.
Yeah,
So
Well,
I-
Redlof
these
had more
codes-
opportunities, let's put it that way.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course, yeah. Redlof, let's be real, is a world record holder for, I guess, all of the categories in LCS, apart from ILs, that he doesn't really like.
Does
So,
an anti have Hundo? Or is it still a couple minutes short of Redlof?
let's not talk about it, right?
Yeah, don't talk
I meant
about Hundo.
emulator, okay? Let's put it that way.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, I don't care for real hardware either. I grew out of that phase. Sorry to disappoint.
Yeah. Redlof, when Chinatown Wars, I don't know.
Real questions. Okay, another thing we forgot to explain, by the way, it's very minor but still pretty interesting, because when we were looking for a mission, well, actually, when I was looking for a mission to instapass host selector, we needed a mission that we could fail, because when you instapass something, usually the other instance stays, and you want to get rid of it. And smash and grab is an interesting mission. You have to...
That-
What the fuck? Yeah, you got teleported to the safe house. That happens sometimes. But I'm pretty sure it already failed. You can just restart and lose. So yeah, in Smash and Grab, you need to rescue your guys. But since one of the instances fails, then, well, the cleanup code is run and the guys are deleted. The mission doesn't fail instantly because your
Bingo.
first objective is actually... Oh, GG. Because your actual objective is get in a 4-seater car. So gamers get on the bike, which is definitely not a 4-seater car, and then they go to the rampage. And as soon as they get into the police vehicle, only then smash and grab fails, allowing them to start vigilance without crashing their game, which is very important. So yeah, little bit that we forgot to explain, but it is important because there are, as I said, many missions, well, not many, but there are a few missions that can instapass host selector, and well, none of them are that fast.
Thrash and RC is one of them. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I thought
you
I
can
had one
actually.
part.
Well, what you have seen is actually you have seen the final cutscene. Like it shows that how different this credits is from the credits you could potentially see in 3, for example, where you just are on a mission and you suddenly have like credit running on the screen, and here this is actually the final cutscene and like kind of a proof of this is a legit credit, like not some
Yeah.
strange command running.
I checked the code in that area and there are no unintended star credits commands, so it's fine. As soon as we see credits, we know they're legit. If, well, a runner started the mission at Raffles 325. No memes there.
Good luck. In-game Hundo race next year.
I think you can race it right now.
No, we don't have enough
I ain't got the
time.
time.
Unlucky.
Let's not keep everyone waiting.
The game will probably crash if you try and start another mission at this point. I don't know how stable this is.
It should be relatively stable, to be fair. Especially if you save and reload the game.
Yeah, well, yeah, you do
Especially
that,
if you
but-
close the game and reopen it and start the new one.
Yeah, start the new one.
I don't think
Delete
the
the
unstableness, yes, you know, it actually transferred to the emulator itself.
Come on, bro. You just dumped me on that.
So see, only 2-minute difference. Thank you for the great race. It was really nice to see different approaches, like different routes. And then it didn't go well, so we have seen some backups too. So if anybody wants to get into this category, just don't. And that's about it.
Under race
Anything you
next
want?
year.
Yeah, sure, sing with you, Wolf. And Bubble Bobbler. Anything else you want to say before we are going to go away and make the room for Mr. Gudron?
Yes, have fun with goals.
Yeah, fun race. It was good stuff. I mean, hope
Yeah, it
this
was
stuff
well
didn't-
underestimated.
Yeah, hope stuff didn't regret that, but yeah, I still have more of this to to do so of this game. So yeah, I'll have my opportunity to say something if I want to.
I'll take 80% world record eventually.
Yeah, enjoy the goals, enjoy the rest of the marathon. See ya in the coming days.
Well.
Yeah, thank you, Nick, for helping me and basically explaining all the hard stuff. Luckily, I didn't have to do any of that today. It wasn't nice.
It was
Well,
alright.
The rain is a
Yeah,
perfect ending.
big thanks to the commentators. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks once again for having me. I hope you are not tired of me because, well, you'll have to witness me at least 2 more times during GTA 3 jumps and potentially something else. But we'll see.
No, AJ.
Alright. Well, thanks a lot, lads. Yeah, as they said, coming up next is Good Ron with Battle of the Gay Tony All Seagulls. That'll be the final run of the day, and then we get the rerun as well. So yeah, be back in a minute.